Hi, everyone. Welcome to In-Ear Fetish. Sorry if my head movements are bothering you. The Prodigy nasty. I've never put on an IEM and listened for a while and then went, these are for the Prodigy, or these are for Metallica, or these are for... the Pula, the Pula Anvil are for the Prodigy. There's going to be a giveaway for one of these because Hi-Fi-Go messaged me and they were like, hey, if you try the Anvil and you like it, we'll do a giveaway. Well, I like it because this IEM, and I'm so happy that this is the case, feels like a fucking lunatic was doing just like every drug and like shaking and then was like, I got this thing. And then someone walked in the room in a suit and tie and went, what do you have for us, Kobayashi? And he was like, I got an Anvil. And they gave it to him and they're like, great, market it. These are silly in the most amazing way possible. In fact, I need you to go back on this channel and go watch the Plutus Beast, the Canera Celeste Plutus Beast IEM review. Because that IEM had a very unique thing to it, where if I talked, I could hear like an echo because there was a bone conduction unit that was like a free-flowing thing, and it would resonate with my voice. Well, guess what? The Anvil is not just called the Anvil because it's the first time an IEM has been actually named properly, because this has 6 drivers in each IEM, and I'll take it out and show you how fucking huge they are. But there is a 10mm dynamic. Great. I think everything needs one of those for clarity and just to really... 4 balanced armatures, 2 for highs, 2 for mid-range, and an 11mm bone conductor. So bigger than the 10mm driver for sound is the 11mm bone conductor. And if you read through the description of it, all they say about it, and this is when I know that things are getting fucking weird, is the BCD driver for extraordinary imaging and nuanced detail retrieval across the frequency band. That doesn't tell you jack shit. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, sure. Whatever. It's not for treble. It's not to correct the thing. They're using this to like slather. So in other words, this is a normal 4BA single DD. And they just shove this giant 11mm bone conductor in there. And it just fucks around and finds out. And I couldn't be happier. Because, there's so many IEMs that are just straightforward and just clean and good and everyone's going to like them. These are not going to be loved by everyone. But if you're me, if you're the Zeos, you are the Z. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to look for a wallpaper of a girl who looks like she could swing an anvil. You're hired. Ginger with a build. So, okay, that's picked. And then you're going to be like, all right, cute cats, right? Cute cats. By the way, giveaway for this unit, cute cats. And then you're just going to start playing on different amplifiers. And actually, you know what? I'm going to go back to the Gemini. I started on this, and I was like, that's it. I'm sold. And I did this, and then this. And that. Okay. I guess we should get on to discussing sound, even though I feel like I have already. Because I'm going to try now Medusa's Path. I've been on a Prodigy bin for like 30 minutes. Because these have a pretty large presentation of sound. By default, if you don't realize the vibrations when you're speaking, and you're got a quiet part of the song, like the beginning of Medusa's Path is nice and quiet, you start off and it's like, oh, it's nice and smooth and clear and concise. But then the bass hits. And it's not like this is the bassiest I am. It's not a fucking, what's it called, Red. It's not even Rinko. But a certain frequency happens. Let me see what happens here. Yes. Where it just sounds like it's interdimensional cable via IEM. It's not normal. It's not doing normal things. Ignore frequency graphs. Frequency graphs cannot tell you how good a steak is. And these are a weird steak. There's are you using sweet butter on this? Did they like grind a frozen cherry on this steak? Because there's something about this steak that isn't bad. It's just different. And it makes me want to move. And it's not like it's vibrating the entire IEM, because that's what bone conduction is doing, is actually vibrating the entire IEM. In fact, you touch it. I think it's canceling out the movement of, I shifted, now we're on Star Wars. I feel like I'm like one of those reporters in the field and I keep touching the IEM. This just in, Jim. No, I can't feel any movement in it. I dare to do it. I didn't do it. I wanted to do it. I had the Duno SS tips on there. And with bone conductors, if you can get a better attachment to your skull, that tends to do things. Oh, can we look how fucking massive these are? And they weigh nothing. You have a choice with an IEM, I think, when you're building it. Do you want it to be light or heavy? Do you want it to be big or small? Do you want it to be aerodynamic or inaerodynamic? And they went with light and huge. The nozzles are huge. They've got to fit an 11 and a 10 millimeter, basically dynamic size thing, even though I think the bone conductor is bigger. They actually have holes here big enough. You could fill this with water. It's like gotta breathe. They just need to let air flow into the inside of it. The backs, by the way, are completely unique in every way. They showed a picture on there. They're all different. They're all stabilized wood. This one happens to have, the right side has some purple, some pink streaks in it with the blue, and the left side has got like swirls in it with some like dark umber. They're actually really pretty. But if you're going to get a pretty one, it's sort of up in the fucking air. As far as accessories go, let me let these tips, oh my God. Oh, that is so fucking weird. I'm just tapping on the back. You know when you have like imagine a giant glass window at like an apartment store and you tap on it and you hear the whole thing vibrating? That's these when you tap on the back. I should mention the wire too. The wire comes with not just 3.5, but also 2.5. And it looks and feels like it's the prototype for the Dunu wire system, the Q one, because it comes apart the same way. It's got the 4 pins, and you have to like look at it to see where the fuck that pin is. It kind of feels like a prototype for that system that was just used in this. Because when you screw it in, I can't even tell it separates there. It looks like I should be able to pull this off, and I can't. And it's weirdly machined. It works just fine. It just doesn't seem as refined a finish, and the wire's nice, but it's good. It's good enough. $200, which is what these cost, by the way. I feel like $200 is one of the soft limits for fucking weird. If it was $500 and fucking weird, you got to like protect your wallet. Be like, no, I'm getting into some serious money now. But $200 to have like a unique experience. I'm gonna go back to the Atom amp actually. So yeah, you get your different connectors there. You get a bunch of interesting tips. These have softened up now. The warmth of my body has given launch to the... There was an interesting comment on one of the IEM videos where I was talking about the render tips, and someone went, render tips make everything better. And that got like half upvotes and downvotes. I upvoted that one. And then someone replied to him with, no, they don't. And they have more upvotes than downvotes. And then I liked them both because they're both correct. Sometimes render tips make things better, like a massive amount better, and sometimes they don't. They're not magic. But these are like, okay, these are standard silicone. These are more, look how many colors you get. And then you get interesting ones in here. You get double flange, which are rare on IEMs. I don't particularly like double flange, but there they are. And then I've used these before. These are like X-Elastics. These are really tacky looking ones with like ribs for your pleasure bottoms. So, okay, we're ready to go. We're up here. I noticed the volume on these, by the way, got real loud with very little effort. So somehow they're super sensitive, even though you're driving like 6 insane drivers. So I'm waiting for a bass note to hit. I tell you my bass playlist. Best bass. Oh, okay, now it's thick. Legend of Theme of Glenn Burroughs. We're moving on to render tips. I only needed like 6 seconds, and now, nah. I actually hear my voice reverberate less with the foam tips. It's kind of interesting. Nah. Oh, but the bass is hot fudge sundae bass, baby. Oof. So we've got good soundstage. These are a wide sounding IEM by default. Once you put a foam tip in, which they don't provide, and I hate when they do that because I put on the render tips and it's like, okay, now it sounds the way I think it's, but they don't even provide that for you. Oh, just skip around. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. These deserve the term Anvil on the thing. And they're by Pula, which I love their PLO too, which is a little bit less money than this. Is life just... I have to do this in every video because I feel like it's required. So this is Basement Jack's Good Luck, and this is in my bass playlist because it just hits like... I think it's just that opening. Yeah, that very first it goes... and it drops like a 10 hertz wave on you, and then it becomes a normal song. Oof, Gorillaz Punk. Oh my god. Yeah, I regret not putting on the render tips first. And the tube hybrid's doing some interesting stuff. It's... God, when you speak with these in your ears, it's so weird. It's less, but it's still like... Ring, ring, ring. It's like you're yelling into a metal tube. Especially with the... You know what it is also? The foam is blocking a lot of external sounds more. So it feels like I got my head in like a cocoon. And so the ning is just... This will probably help people with speech impediments. Because every time they speak, it's going to fucking poke them. FKA Twigs, the light song. Good. Yeah, these are like... If you wanted to know what it's like to listen to music while you've done drugs, Anvil. Not in a bad way, in the best way possible. The good drugs that you do to make the music sound weird. That was what the Plutus Beast did. Plutus Beast were weird, and I loved them for it. These are like the Plutus Beast plus. They actually have more... They have a... If the weirdness was the same, Plutus Beast or these just have more actual IEM behind them, and then weird slathered on top, like Cheese Whiz on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Ooh. Nosage Thing Fog Jamie XX remix. It's just a bass run. It's like... I think this would actually make me nauseous after a while. There are some bass tracks that you just don't want that much. I don't know what's happening with this camera, but I was just finishing up the review of the Anvil, talking about being a patron and getting free videos, and the thing shut off, which means it's broke 5 minutes ago. And if it broke 5 minutes ago, I don't know what part of it cut out. But I love these. I'm going to link to them. Check them out. I got to see what's wrong with this camera, because if it's bad, I have to buy another one, because this is the second time it's done that in like 3 days. So I'm going to go check it out. It had at least 12 minutes long on this, and I feel like it was like another 18, another 6. So that sucks. Buy the Anvil. It's a madman built it. This is a madman's IM. Why are you broken, camera? Don't be broken, Sparky.